You can't shop for fall until you listen to this podcast episode because I am going to talk about what to look for fall shopping and some of my favorite designers that I saw on the runway that I was just blown away. There is something about being in the field of fashion where it's such an art. It's an art to see the ways that people put things together, the textures, the colors, the ideas, and the inspiration behind what it is that goes into creating a line of work on the runway. There's a lot that really goes into it. And yes, realistically, not everything that's on the runway can be worn, but there's a message behind the way that designers put things together. So in today's podcast episode, yes, I'm going to talk about relatable things that you can buy for fall, but I also want to share the designers that inspired the content behind it because I want you to see the visuals. So if you go to the link in the show notes, you will be able to go to my blog, and I put together a collection of the designers I'll be talking about, every section that we are going to be going over today on the trends to look for, and also some inspiration pieces for you to shop from based on what we're going to be talking about today. And this is all free for you if you just go to the link in the show notes, or you can just go to myclosetedit.com, find the blog about fall fashion, and you will be able to shop from some of these trends I'm going to be sharing with you today. I also want to let you know, if you really enjoy this podcast, it would mean so much to me if you could just take the time, write a 5-star review, tell me what you love about the podcast, what you learned, what inspired you. And it's such a great way to give back because this podcast episode today is all about fashion, but most of them are about discovering who you are, going through the process of life and trying to create the person that you want to be and reach your goals. And the way to help more people is to give a review because then more people can find the podcast and listen in as well. So I would really appreciate if you took some time and left a review about the podcast. Okay, let's get into it. I don't want to waste your time because I know you are so excited to hear about fall. The first piece that you need to have on your list, I'd say pretty much every woman this season needs to have this at the top of their list. I am talking about tall boots. Not the old kind from like 15 years ago, not those fry boots that are made for the mud with that I forget what it was, like that loop, gold loop, brass loop on the side at the bottom. No, I am talking about beautiful tall boots that you can wear with dresses, with skirts, with a long trench coat. There's something so lovely and elegant about the tall boots. And I do suggest there are a few colors that I personally think are awesome for tall boots right now. I would say if you're trying to be more practical, you could do a light brown, you could do black, you can do a dark brown. Dark brown is definitely one of the big colors of the season. If you're watching me on YouTube, you can see I have this beautiful green sweater on, and something like this, a bright color, can be paired with brown boots, and it's just a modern way of wearing some brighter colors for fall. So I would say tall boots is at the top there. On the Chanel runway, all the tweed pieces, Chanel is all about tweed. All of her suits had just the most gorgeous boots, all of them. And they were just very inspiring to see because I, for a long time, had been stuck in doing the shorter booties because it is practical for me. I wear pants a lot since the pandemic. I'm all about wearing pants, but before I wore skirts and dresses all the time, and I had a collection of some tall boots, but they just looked really worn. I didn't want to keep any of them, so I didn't have any tall boots, and I had started collecting tall boots again, and I am in love. If you look at Ellie Saab's runway, she did a whole matching dress. So she did the dress and the matching boots in a beautiful shade of green. And you can do that too. You can do the monochromatic look. You can do head to toe and have your shoes match as well. That could be at the dress. It could be a sweater and a skirt and the shoes. Or you know what, even without the shoes, you could just do the top and the pant or the top and the skirt with it. and it looks so good. For budget-friendly or realistic shopping recommendations, because that was runway that I was sharing, the Ellie Saab is runway. But for shopping recommendations that you can try yourself, again, if you go to the blog and you click the link in the show notes, it'll take you there. But the top one that I have there is by Jeffrey Campbell. I have really bad feet. I wish I could do like the designer shoes and really high heels like when I was in my 20s, but that just does not work for me anymore. I walk a lot when I'm shopping with clients. I cannot do that. So Jeffrey Campbell makes really beautiful, like feminine yet structured and sort of modern shoes at a really good price point. So the Jeffrey Campbell boots that I share are a snakeskin in a very light, like a taupe brown. And it is a patent leather. You could wear that with purple. I could wear it with this sweater I have. It is a lovely pair. It's only $200. My second recommendation is by Tony Bianco. I recently discovered Tony Bianco and tried on his shoes. There's different heights on the heels. So if the one I shared is a little too high, you can always pick another one. But the leather in his shoes are just very sleek. So you can wear it with, if you like a lot of texture, his boots are great because then the boot isn't the center point of the outfit. It just kind of blends in with the look and it goes with a lot of different pieces. So I definitely recommend that. Second trend to be shopping for and looking for is red everything, like literally everything. It's like that really crisp, bright apple red. And I haven't worn too much red recently just because I do have rosacea. My undertones in my skin have a lot of red, but I don't mind pulling, like if red is back in, I am totally going to pull it out. It's not going to be my everyday go-to, but I enjoy a beautiful red piece. And on the runway, Bottega Veneta had these over-the-knee boots, and the boots were the center of the outfit, and it was red. And it was like a pop of color. It was all neutral head to toe with like this oversized trench coat, and then that pop of color in the boots. So talk about boots again, but you can do a red boot. You can do a colorful boot if you want. And in this case, red, if for example, for me, if I didn't feel comfortable doing red around my face because of my rosacea, or maybe there's a color that you don't like to do necessarily near your face, like yellow or green or whatever that color is, the best way that you can translate that color if you still want to integrate it into your wardrobe is either doing like a printed skirt or something where it's more muted on top in a print or in a shoe. And in this case, Bottega Veneta on the runway had a red shoe, and that made me think maybe I need to integrate that into my wardrobe. The next runway piece was by Hermes, and Hermes, it was this silk skirt paired, again, the monochromatic look. I think that people just want simplicity, but still elegance, and the monochromatic look, you can definitely pull that off. And in this case, it was that beautiful kind of silk skirt and a matching shimmer top that was tucked into it with this belt. I was in love with Hermes this season. I wanted to show you every look, but I know not everybody listening is really into fashion. And for me, it's just this beautiful combination of inspiration for myself when I work with my clients and I see all of these beautiful pieces. So that was definitely just took my breath away, I do have to say. My shopping recommendations for getting red pieces for your wardrobe, one of them is by Alice and Olivia, which if you are somebody that enjoys color year-round, doesn't matter if it's in or if it's out, shopping Alice and Olivia is going to be just the place for your go-to pieces. They have the sleeveless blazer dress, which I'm going to be doing a video soon about these because I really love the blazer dress look in general. But Alice and Olivia has a sleeveless version that you could pair with like a long sleeve fitted top, a sheer top underneath. You can do so much with it, and it's in red. It's gorgeous. And I think they paired it with like these chunky lace up combat boots. Oh, I'm in love. And then if you want something that you can actually wear day to day, if you're not into the sleeveless blazer dress idea, you can always do like a t-shirt or a sweater. I found one by Norma Kamali, and it's this drop shoulder. Yes, showing your shoulders is coming back in again. So it's a drop shoulder, and it's a good everyday piece that you can layer jackets over, a blazer over, or just wear it on its own because it's that beautiful. It's simple yet very beautiful. The third piece that you need to add to your closet for fall, work staples. There has been this sort of fun vibe that comes with workwear because a lot of people aren't going into the office anymore. So wearing like a suit head to toe that is really constricting or gets really hot or uncomfortable just isn't realistic for people anymore. So designers have had so much fun creating just work staples that we can wear and wear in the office or just wear at home or wear out casually with jeans. And I am all for it. The first one that I saw that I fell in love with is, of course, Victoria Beckham. She used to really be known for just sexy pieces, and she had this sort of look that you expected almost every season, but it was a look that worked so well for people that we started to trust her as a designer. We thought she knew what she was doing, and she showed that she was committed to her work. And this is the first season that she came out with something just more whimsical and fun. And before the fashion show, she mentioned, I want women to be able to have fun dressing up again, as if they were like a little girl going into their closet and picking things out and just feeling really good in their items. I just loved that she paired this like oversized blazer as a dress. Yes, I know it sounds weird because it sounds like it'd be really short, but if you've gone shopping lately, you know that the blazers out there are just really long and oversized. So what she did is that she just turned it into a dress. So it's just this oversized blazer with a dress and fishnet stockings and high heels. I would probably pull it off with boots rather than high heels. I feel like it would look much better on me and I could actually wear it. The first time I saw it though was on Eva Longoria. She did it, I think, before she launched her items for the season, and I absolutely loved the look. And of course, when I found who it was by, Victoria Beckham, I was like, of course, like I could totally see her doing that and switching into like a new evolution of her style and how she's designing. It looks perfect. Everybody from Chanel to Elie Saab have workwear staples. So I just picked Victoria Beckham because I was kind of obsessed with her this season, but she also has another piece where she did a suit that is head to toe, this oversized suit in this powder blue. And there's so much like playfulness with doing different colors in suits right now, which makes it, I feel, it makes it more fun to wear. And when you see somebody in a colorful suit, you feel like they're more approachable. And I'm all for like the black, the pinstripe. I just got a pinstripe dress, love it. It is slightly more conservative, so finding ways to have fun with it with the top or the earrings or even just a more casual shoe can help you feel a little more relaxed in the look, if you know what I mean. And if you do want to go all in on looking super professional, of course, do that as well. But a lot of people are finding that they want to integrate their work staples into their everyday life. And doing that means finding something fun to wear with it, whether it's a color, whether it's a top or a shoe, like I mentioned. As you're shopping for work staples, I have a couple of recommendations that you can look for. The first is a Vince double crepe jacket. I am not joking you when I tell you that this jacket, when you put it on, it feels like heaven. It is so soft. Like it is definitely worth the price to it. And yes, I own it as well because I fell in love with it, but I could wear it with a short dress or a skirt. I wear it with jeans to work and a t-shirt, and I feel so put together. So that is one of my recommendations. The next one is a lovely Veronica Beard wrap dress. And the reason why I chose this one is It's not necessarily something you would think of as a workwear staple, but when you think of how you can wear it, which is like with any blazer that you have, it looks really put together. A lot of the items this season for work staples that I didn't necessarily share with you in the examples from the runway, but a lot of them tended to be longer skirts. So people are going back to skirts and dresses again, and mixing that up with your pantsuits and your blazers, I think, is a great way to just create more versatility and more looks in your closet. The third trend that you need to look for are high-end staples. Right now, it's all about ease in your clothing. You want things that are going to hold up multiple wears and multiple washes. I think besides hearing that everybody wants something comfortable now, the other thing I hear the most is people are willing to invest more money in their clothing than they did before because they want to make sure they get pieces that last, that they can wear multiple ways and be able to wash often. And I recently had my go-to staples last season, and I saw such a huge benefit from it because I felt so good in it. I looked so good in it, and I knew that investing in those pieces just made me want to wear them more and more. So from the runway, it's interesting because some of these brands I'm going to share, you wouldn't even think of them as doing really casual, like staple pieces, but I think they're also integrating streetwear and seeing what people are wearing and knowing like, okay, people are willing to invest in this now. So one of them is Gucci. They went from like, I don't even know how to explain it, but if you go to the blog and you check out the picture, they made casual look so like luxurious. And maybe it's just their Gucci belt, you know, the traditional Gucci belt that they put in the outfit, but it looks great. People are looking for that quality and they brought back the 90s vibes. I know not everybody is for the 90s, but there is something so simplistic and really put together about some of the looks that a lot of designers have just been really inspired to go back to that time right now. There's another brand called Roke, and they share this inspiring collection of business wear, and it's mixed with bras and sheer pieces and showing underwear and denim that folds over in crazy ways. But the designer decided to create pieces like that because he talked about like there's this crazy illusion right now of what work means. Like before we knew it was just being stuck in an office, but right now people can be working from home, doing multiple things at once, and they're getting creative with what they're wearing, how they spend their time, how many hours they work, their commute. And so he wanted to create this sort of like illusion of you can kind of be whoever you want in your workplace now. And so he combined different workwear pieces with more like casual, fun, sexy items to show that concept. And my shopping recommendations for these high-end staples. Number one, if you haven't heard of Anine Bing, I don't know where you've been, but she used to do modeling back in the day, and now she has her own clothing line, and it is such a hit. If you look at all the website, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is like cool girl vibes. You totally want all the pieces because everything that you wear, you're going to feel put together and like that cool girl. So you can't go wrong with anything that you purchase from her. But I wanted to share with you this shirt that you can wear as a jacket or kind of like a shacket, and you could wear it over trouser pants. You can do sneakers. You can do a short skirt with it, and it looks really pulled together. It's something a bit different from her regular pieces that she has, but it looks so good. The second is by Favorite Daughter. Again, maybe you haven't heard of Favorite Daughter. Nordstrom just started carrying this brand, and I love all the luxurious staples that they have. Everything from their blazers, their trouser pants, and now they're carrying some more like semi-casual pieces to add into that workwear. And the one that I want you to check out is this ribbed top. It's 3/4 and it has little slits on the side. It has this open neckline. It is just an easy to wear piece that you could wear a skirt with it or a blazer or some jeans. You can do so many things with that piece. It's definitely a great high-end staple. Next trend that you need to add this season is anything romantic. And when I say romantic, it could be the silhouette, the fabrics, the sheer clothing, Or I know you're not going to do it, but it's just something that's been out there. It's no pants. I'm not ready to do that for even going out yet, but the romance part of fashion right now, it comes in many forms. So it depends on how you interpret that for yourself or how the designers interpreted it for that season. On the runway, Tom Ford had this beautiful sheer dress. And talking about like I wouldn't wear a dress that was sheer that showed my underwear, I do have to say that a lot of designers I don't feel have done like the best job of making it seem very classy and elegant. But Tom Ford, as I was looking through the runway, he had just this beautiful asymmetrical open slit with this black bow. It was a contrast of black and silver. It's just gorgeous. And when I saw that, I was like, that's not a trend I would try, except if it was that dress. I would totally wear that dress. He made this beautiful balance between romance and sheer and created something that I feel would be wearable for people that maybe think they wouldn't be able to pull that off. The next inspirational piece is by Giambattista. Oh my gosh, I can't even pronounce it. So sorry. Giambattista Valli. And he put together the most elegant styling to work a suit with some lace type of overlay fabric. It's almost like a sheer blazer over a traditional tweed blazer. So the whole outfit is a very soft, like champagne matching suit. And then over the blazer is like a sheer blazer with hearts in it. And it just softens the look. I'm not sure what his inspiration or concept was, but for me, I saw it as something that feels so tailored, something that feels so serious to wear can be softened with feminine pieces like lace. And he also made the whole suit in like that champagne color. So it was just a very soft look, I feel like, for a professional woman. And it was gorgeous. For my shopping recommendations, if you want to shop the romance trend, there's a few options. You have the sheer organza jacket at Anthropologie by Dolan. It was inspired by the one I saw by Giambattista Valli, and it's not as dramatic as his, but it is something that I feel is very practical. If you did want to pull off a look with like a sheer jacket, this is a bomber jacket that you could wear over a slip dress, or you could wear with a t-shirt and jeans. Like, it's something very wearable, and it comes in 3 different colors. So definitely worth checking out. And the second recommendation I have for the romance look is a Vince slip skirt. If you don't own a slip skirt yet, it has so much versatility to it because you could wear it in springtime with some wedges and a t-shirt, or for winter, you can wear it with like a chunky sweater and tall boots. The one from Vince is more of like this rust orange, which is also very big for fall. This beautiful rust orange piece. And there's something about it's simple, but it's so romantic, and you can change it up. You can do a lace bodysuit with it. You can do like a sheer trench coat with it. So there are more ways that you can add romance elements to that slip skirt. My last recommendation for fall is to wear big floral prints. It's been a lot about having just solids, but I think people, especially with the pandemic and being at home, people have forgotten about dressing up and having things that are unique and statement pieces. So I think designers are really trying to bring back like the beauty and the art that comes with what styling is and getting dressed is. So getting big florals, I do recommend doing something if you want for fall, doing something that has like a darker background to it. It looks definitely something that you could wear for an evening that's beautiful. So the first one that I saw is by Miu Miu, and it's this floral cardigan. It's bold and a little bit retro. I think the color is actually a similar color to my sweater I have on. And it's definitely less functional, but it's more of like this dreamy piece that you can add to your closet. The theme for Miu Miu was kind of showing the cracks of society and the cracks of what we think is elegant or feminine. So they played this very, I don't know how to explain it. They played a lot with like traditional women's feminine pieces and then added some kind of twist to it. So in the beginning, the first few models that walked out were in like this buttoned up cardigan and a slip skirt, but then they had a messy bun to show like what real life is. Like women are coming out, busy doing things, and they don't always look put together, but they can feel put together in what they wear. So Miu Miu did a wonderful job. And going back to the floral cardigan, I had a client the other day who loved the idea of getting a floral cardigan, and her style isn't necessarily that, but she wanted just something fun and playful. So we found something for her. The next designer that had beautiful big florals is Johanna Ortiz. I actually had never viewed her. I don't know the history of how long she's been designing, but I was so intrigued by her collection. She's from Cali, Colombia, where it's like the capital of salsa dancing. And her pieces were like, I was very surprised. Her clothing collection was feminine, but it wasn't like what you would think of something Latin or salsa like. It was very elegant, and it was like longer skirts and pieces that just skimmed your body rather than was pieces that were really tight. So her collection was just gorgeous. And I loved the dress that she combined. It was these big floral prints and then this short like leather jacket with studs on it. Loved it. My shopping recommendation, if you're looking to add some big florals into your wardrobe, is one by Anthropologie. It's an Eva Franco floral top. And this one is actually very romantic as well. It has a mix of like the floral and then polka dots. And it's sheer, and you could wear it with jeans, and it's a great going out piece. Another one is by Ted Baker, and Ted Baker, their signature is floral, so pretty much year round, doesn't matter what season, they have some kind of floral for you if you enjoy florals. But this one that they had was so beautiful. It was like a black background and then lavender flowers coming out. It's a gorgeous statement piece if you're looking for something for a statement piece. What are you going to try? I want to know what you're going to try. So there's tall boots, red everything, the work staples, high-end items for your closet, romantic pieces, and big florals, because I think I want to try them all. I've already tried a few, and I'm loving it. Fall is one of my favorite times of year for shopping because there's so much variety, and I feel like we get so much newness in fall fashion. So I'm going to have so much fun styling people and myself. I want to let you know that if you need some help and want some inspiration on some different stores and brands to shop from for fall, you can pre-order our fall shopping guide. And our fall shopping guide is separated by tops, bottoms, sweaters, dresses, boots, jewelry. You literally get everything and multiple items within each category. It's such a great guide because you can actually shop the items, and we don't restrict where we shop from because we don't work for anybody. We shop anywhere we know have really great pieces. We also integrate what some of our clients have really loved, so you can feel secure that the items that you're getting actually fit well and that they look good and people actually like those pieces and are buying them. So if you want to pre-order your fall shopping guide, it's only $45. $45 for everything. And the price goes up to $65 on September 22nd. So if you purchase now, you get the fall shopping guide for $45. You can click the link in the show notes, or you can go to myclosetedit.com. It's going to be at the top at the heading of our website because that is one of our top sellers. Every season we make a guide on what to shop for the season, and it is a big seller. People love it. So don't wait to pre-order your copy. It's $45 and the price will go up on September 22nd to $65. But if you're feeling like you need a more personalized experience, of course, we are here to help you as well. You can book a free discovery call and you can find out how my team at The Closet Edit can help you feel and look put together without all that stress and time on trying to figure it out on your own. If you've already been trying to shop and don't know what to buy, or you've tried a style box and you're feeling like they just don't understand you and what you need, definitely book a discovery call. You will be so happy with the results that you get working with the personal shopper. If you read any review that we have, if you just do a Google search on the Closet Edit, Tanya Bernadette. You're going to read some great reviews from clients through the years. I've been doing this for 14 years and people really enjoy that personalized experience. So we are here to support you in wherever you are in your life. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I really enjoy being on the podcast and getting to share all of these fall fashion tips with you. I hope that you get to go to the blog and discover something that you want to purchase and add it to your cart, experiment, and try something new. As always, continue building a life and style that truly reflect you.